We're going to deal with the flies. We're outside in Australia.
Lovely.
Hello everybody. So we're here today just having a conversation really. My name's Ericilia. I'm a facilitator, life coaching guide, helping people to feel happy and healthier every day and find what they're passionate about and get out and do it. Just do it. And Lisa is a financial coach. So, first of all, tell us who you are. Who are you? That's
Who am
the
I?
big question.
Who am I? That is the question. No, my name's Lisa, and I'm a certified money coach, certified financial planner. Doesn't explain who I am, explains what I do.
Yeah, we do that often, don't we?
Mm.
All right. So, okay. So the world of coaching right now is exploding. It's booming. It's a $20 billion market at the moment. That's increasing. To really explode in these next 3 or 4 years, and people are beginning to start to know what it is, but not everybody is up on what it is. So, can you tell me what coaching is really about?
Coaching is a lot like, everyone at some point has been at school doing sport with a sports teacher, guiding them to be able to handle the ball better. So we've all experienced coaching in some form, but usually in relation to sport. But really, coaching can be about any area of your life. It's guiding you to be the best version that you can be in whatever field you're being coached in. For me, I just happen to be coaching around money and people's relationships with money, but it might be life coaching, it might be business coaching, it could be swim coaching. It's the same sort of principle to guide people just to be their best version.
Yeah, and I guess just to get where they want to go. Yeah, and so tell me, all that's coaching generally. What's financial coaching?
So with money coaching, it's, as a financial planner, I'm just going to step back a little bit. As a financial planner, too often people would come to me for financial planning advice. We would do a whole pile of work for them around their money, and then only to find that they would sabotage or drift off or not really follow the advice that was given. And I could never understand why they did that. Like, logically, this is the best thing you could be doing. So when I first sort of realised that people were sabotaging their financial advice, my first thought was, maybe they just don't understand. Maybe it's just straight out financial literacy. So I started running some workshops, mostly aimed at women, but around financial literacy, educating them around how to do budgets and what's superannuation and what's an asset and investment risk and all that stuff.
Well, I don't know. That's a generalisation. Sorry, some people love that. It's not.
There's a money mindset to
Yeah,
unpack.
there you go. It's not that boring.
And so some people came away from that and were doing okay, but other people was still, something was missing, like they got it, they suddenly understood more about money, but they still weren't engaged with their money and making healthy decisions with money. So then it sort of got me to thinking about why people behave with money like they do. And it turns out that really people are just acting out patterns of behaviour that they learned as kids or as teenagers, and what they've been told by other people. So money conjures up such an emotional response for most of us, so that people are going into money decisions not thinking about it logically like I am as a financial planner, but thinking about it emotionally. So the money coaching is really starting to address how people are with money by looking at the emotions that they attach to money, whether that's consciously or subconsciously. Too many people say things like, I suck at managing money. It's too hard. My husband deals with that. I get all of these reasons why people can't manage their own money. But really, it's just the pre-programmed beliefs and that they need to sort of work to change and start taking responsibility for how they are with money and how they manage money.
There's also that all that stress of money, like, you know, I
Yeah.
can feel like as you're talking about it, it's like,
If I
oh my
make
gosh,
lots
the
of money,
stress.
I'll have to pay more
Yeah,
tax.
or how do I manage it? How do
and,
I cope with it?
and all these
Mm.
things that we're worried about unconsciously before we've even got to needing to worry about them.
Like we really want to be successful. We want to have a lot of money, but sometimes we just don't have that receptacle to be able to receive it or even know how to manage it
because of some subconscious block. Process for me, I tend to work off a 4-step process to start with, at least, where we explore those earliest memories of money and what that conjures up for them, and we work in with how they think about money, what money means to them, and we really start to unpack the subconscious beliefs that people have around money. Money's the root of all evil. Money doesn't grow on trees. If I become rich, people won't like me, or if I become rich, I'll become unlikable. I can't be rich because I don't look a certain way. And then I work with money types. So we have 8 money types that we work with, and working to 2 of those 8 are really positive, healthy money traits. Most of the rest of them are not so brilliant. So it's working with knowing where you're at now and turning that into something that is a lot more positive. It's just a question of figuring out where we got these beliefs from, and then starting to move them. We can't change what we're not aware of. So it's bringing that awareness up so that we can start making positive changes.
And that's where success comes from, I guess, from the fact that you are so totally aware of yourself and, you know, your actions, reactions, and how you're working with money, how you feel about it, to really understand what you can do to change it. Okay. Obviously you come from a background, you're an independent financial advisor, obviously qualified and trained. Is there something specific that you help people with, or is there a specialization that you focus on?
What I've learned is that I'm really enjoying helping people learn about themselves and really be able to step into their power and be a lot more abundant around money and not fearful and not have that scarcity mindset. It's usually people that are feeling kind of stuck in some way, out of control around money, wanting something different but not quite sure how to take that leap to get there, feeling fearful around money, that I want to do this but I can't because of the cash.
So you're kind of teaching them how to take back control by understanding themselves, and also how to react and not react, or
and
rid of that
viewing money as something different, like taking the power out of money, taking a lot of that power and fear away from money.
So just to leave the conversation, what's maybe just one little tip, one piece of advice that you could give to people on where they could start their journey?
Money is just an energy. It only has the value that we place on it. So if we can take a lot of that power away and just view it as a vehicle and as a tool, it takes a lot of that stress away from it. You know, money is just an enabler. It's nothing more, nothing less. But we give it so much power and significance, and we spend so much time.
It does control our lives.
And breaks up marriages.
In changing their relationship with money.
I think the very first thing to do is sit down and spend a bit of time, whether it's with a journal, whether it's talking to a friend, however you want to do it, but thinking about your earliest memories of money and how money was viewed in your family. And what you'll potentially come up with is a lot of patterns of behaviour that you can see have flowed through as through your life. For me, when I think back to money, it really wasn't talked about. I remember a conversation I overheard in the car, Mum and Dad, sort of a bit horrified that one of the uncles had talked about tax at our, and I was too young to even know what tax was, but just the underlying message was that you don't talk about money. It's just not polite. Clearly,
So-
I've gotten over that now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's just one of the you know, amongst a number of memories. So actually taking time, going back to the first 10, 20 years of your life and thinking about what messages you got about money.
Yeah.
And
It's
just
like,
see whether there's any patterns you're bringing forward.
yeah, like for me, I think one of the things about money was that it was very conflictual because there always seemed to be arguments in the family. As a child, it was like, I don't really want money because there's too many arguments around it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so you kind of grow up thinking that you want it but you don't want it. So yeah,
And at some
okay.
subconscious level, you're probably
Alright.
repelling it because you don't want to have arguments about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, well, thank you so much for
Yeah.
that. I think hopefully you've got some really nice, just one little tip to start with. And what if people want to find more about you? Where can they find you? Have you got a website?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So my business is called Financial Solutions Money Coaching. You'll find it at fsmoneycoaching.com or on Instagram or on Facebook. There's a free quiz on the website. Feel free to take that quiz and just learn a bit more about your money type.
Great. And also, running Inspiring Breaks, we are going to be launching a wonderful little 3-day retreat. And keep your eyes and ears out because we're going to be talking more about it soon. And I have such pleasure to be able to work with Lisa doing that. So, love and light for a beautiful day. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.